Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I think that's where we're at today. Yes, it's Wednesday morning. Oh my goodness. It's very late on Tuesday night, really. I'm filming this after midnight. And I just finished making my projects for today for the second day of Sneaky Peeks for the My Creative Time 135th edition release. And of course, the July release is always all about Christmas in July. Yesterday, on the first day of Sneaky Peeks, I showed you this beautiful Christmas Gingers paper pad. And so I've been using that on my projects once again. And it's just such a sweet little paper pad. And I love the bigger size, which is 6 by 8.5 inches again. So I'm enjoying this paper pad and using it so much. There's all the information, and it's Christmas Gingers 2023. Along with that, I actually used 2 other paper pads, but one of them I forgot to bring back with me. But I also used the Christmas Gingerbread Kisses paper pad, and this is from last year's Christmas release, okay, from 2022. All right, so I also used papers from that one, and then I also used some papers from one other paper pad. But the 2 stamps and dies that we're showcasing today are the Apron stamps and dies, and this has a wonderful masculine style apron with 2 little towels that you can hang from a pocket, and then details to add to the pockets. There's a little mitt that you can use. There's 2 little hearts. These can be used to make pockets, 2 little pockets on the women's apron, if you will. And then there's also a bigger one that you can use as a pocket also. Can be used in many different ways though. These little hearts also look really cute on the little oven mitts. And I was playing around with some tags, but I wasn't able to finish those tonight. It's just getting too late and I'm tired. So I'm going to show you what I've already got done. I've got 4 cards to share with you. I love these stamps and the little coordinating or the dies, and then these coordinating stamps that go with them. And I love this little hot cocoa with the hot cocoa mug and the little 25 cents. And then all these wonderful sentiments. You can certainly pause the video if you'd like to read each one. But there's gingerbread season is here, hot cocoa and gingerbread. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's bake some memories, which I love that one. I used it on one of my cards. So these are just wonderful sentiments to go with the aprons, but they can also be used on the other product that I'm going to show you, which is the MCT 405, the Baking Up Love Stamps and Dies. And if you remember the Jingle All the Way set from last year's Christmas in July release, we did the Jingle All the Way set that has the spatula with the icing, okay? And so this kind of sort of completes a set of kitchen implements now where you have a wooden spoon, a rolling pin, and then the spatula. And maybe we'll add some additional ones later on. I don't know. But I'm very excited to have these, and I can't wait to show you my projects. And these are the beautiful stamps that go with them. There's Bake Someone Happy, Eat, Drink, and Be Merry, Life is Short, Lick the Spoon, Baking Up Love, Baking Up Birthday Wishes. I love that these 2 icons are here. There's a gingerbread and a cupcake, and then also a little holly down here. And then these sentiments here, of course, can be used on cards, but these are made to, of course, fit the little rolling pin. And then holiday goodies for you. There's little X's and O's that you can decorate the sides of the rolling pin with, or even add to the spoon if you'd like. I love this Season Everything with Love, You Bake Me Happy, Baking Up Birthday Wishes. If you want to do a little birthday spoon or a birthday spatula, these would work well with the spatulas too. So you can mix and match these 2 sets, the one from last year, which is the Jingle All the Way set, and then this new set, the Baking Up Love stamps and dies. So very excited to showcase both of these sets for you. And let's go ahead and dive in to the projects that I'm going to share. I'm going to start first with this one here. And I've had this card in my head for a long time. Ever since the spatulas came out, I wanted to do a card with additional kitchen implements all in a row like this. So I love how this turned out. This gingerbread paper is from the paper pad from last year's release, the Gingerbread Kisses paper pad. And you can see the paper right there. That's the one that I used. So that's the background, and I just used one of Emma's rectangle stitching dies to cut that out. Then I die cut all of the implements out of lightweight chipboard, and then I backed them with some Lawn Fawn paper bag cardstock. So that's one of my favorite cardstocks to use when I want to do browns, and for gingerbreads too. So you can see that I stamped the little XOXO on the edges of the rolling pin, and I also used a white gel pen and a Copic marker to dress up the peace sentiment and then the little handles on the rolling pin. I stamped a little gingerbread and colored the ginger in onto the spoon. You can see the white gel pen I added, and then red Copic marker and a little bow. Here's the word happiness, and this one I just added some little white gel pen stripes to the edges of the handles. And then this is the spatula. I stamped Very Merry Wishes, added a little white gel pen and green Copic marker. And then down at the bottom is the most important word, of course, which is love. And then the little XOXO stamp is stamped on either end again on this one here. So I love the way this card turns out. It's just such a sweet little way to send wonderful wishes of all different things to somebody. Inside, I just did Merry Christmas, which is one of the sentiments for the little rolling pins. And I added just a strip of paper, these beautiful XOXO border dies, and then I stamped the holly and colored it in too. And on the back, I added a spoon, and I stamped the sentiment Spoonful of Love, which is also in the stamp set. So I love how this card turned out, and this is a really easy card to make. These die cut very quickly and easily, and they're so fun to just add to a card like this. So that's my first project. And then my next project uses the apron, and I use the sentiment from the apron set that says, let's bake some memories. And I just created a little apron using the blue polka dot paper in the new paper pad, along with the back side of that paper, which is the gingerbreads holding blue hot cocoa cups. I stamped a little 25-cent stamp, and then this is a little sneak peek of a die that you're going to see tomorrow, or maybe it's Friday. I think it's Friday. But this little gingerbread you can create with a die set that's coming up, and I needed something to go in the little pocket here, and it was the perfect thing to tuck inside. So I just love these little gingers. And then I just used her pretty scallop layers to do this nice kind of ginger colored gingham, which is in the new paper pad. And then I just created I embossed a panel with a polka dot embossing folder in this beautiful blue color to pick up on the blue of the apron. And then when you open the card on the inside, I just added another strip of the paper and used a smaller rectangle die to create my layer. And then on this one, I just added the gingham to the back. And I think I will put a spoon across the back of this one too, but I didn't do it yet tonight. So there's the apron. I haven't done a men's apron card yet. I ran out of time tonight to do it. I had a long day today. So I just decided to show you the girl apron, and I'll do a boy apron card a little later on. So then this is my next card, and this one says there's nobody like you. And this one, there's nobody like you sentiment is from last Christmas's Warm and Fuzzy Hugs stamp set. And so this came out in the winter time last year. And I love this, there's nobody like you. I think it's such a fun sentiment to use. So I used that, and I added it to the beautiful jars that came out last month and the beautiful jar label set. So I stamped it onto one of the labels and backed it. I added the little charms that I showed you yesterday. Here's one of the little snowflake charms, and I used the bigger handle on the smaller jar here. So this handle is actually for the bigger jar, but I used it on the smaller jar in black. I wanted it to have a bigger presence on the card, and I wanted to be able to hang the snowflake off to the side. So I needed the handle to be a little bit bigger. So it's nice that you can mix and match both size handles with this particular jar. And then I made these adorable little snowman spoons, and I hand cut the hats. I showed you how to do that in a video for Saturday Morning Makes last week. So I just hand cut some little hats to add to the spoons. I die cut the spoons in white, and then these little faces that you see, these are from the PK 480 Christmas Character Face Assortment stamp set from Peachy Keen Stamps. So those are how I added the faces to the little spoons. And I used a bow from Emma's bow set just to decorate the girl snowman. She's in the center and her brothers are on either side. And I just added a little bow tie to her to kind of make a dress for her with 3 little gems going down the front. And I thought that turned out cute. And then this is a paper from a different paper pad of Emma's that came out a few months back. So I mixed various paper pads together on this card. And then inside I just added another strip of the gingham, and I cut off the little loop on the snowflake to add it in there. And then I used the XOXO border dies for the interior of the card. And then I did Homemade Just For You on the back on one of the spoons, and I colored it with Copic and added some white gel pen and a red Copic marker. So that is the third card I have to share with you. And then just for fun, I wanted to do a fall card and a Halloween card specifically. And I have this little stamp set called PK 293. This again is from Peachy Keen, and it's the Corny's face assortment. And I use those faces to stamp once again on these adorable wooden spoons. This die is just adorable. I love this wooden spoon die. And it's so fun to decorate it in various ways. You could make, also cut them out in red and decorate them up as Mr. and Mrs. Clauses. There's a lot you could do with them. But in this case, I just did them in Halloween colors. One is colored green, one is colored purple, one is colored orange. I added these corny faces to the front. I used white gel pen to decorate them. And then I added a little bow to the girl one in the center. And I die cut the jar again, put the handle on. I added a little orange bow just for a little bit of detail, more white gel pen, and then I stamped this Treats For You, which is from one of her Halloween sets from last year. And if you want more information on any of the products I use that I'm not showing you, please leave me a comment and I will provide you with the information, okay? And then this was just a panel of embossing from a floral embossing folder. I believe this one is from Spellbinders. I just colored it with orange and green just to create a background for this sweet little jar scene that you see. And then these papers are from the paper pad, the new one that I showed you, and the brand new paper pad that's coming out this month with just a little piece of orange cardstock added in to that. So I love how this card turned out. The texture of the embossing behind the jar is very lovely. And then inside I used her fancy label die once again with just a touch of the gingham to make the panel on the inside of the card. And then this one says A Spoonful of Love on the back on one of the spoons also, and has this pretty green paper from the paper pad. So these are my 4 cards for the sneak peeks for day 2 with My Creative Time. I hope you guys are enjoying all the sneak peeks and that you're hopping around on Instagram to see everybody's posts. Lots of people posting beautiful projects. Melissa of Mo Creations, Christine of Shabby Pink House, Melissa who's MJ Carroll, and then Suzanne of A Creative Muse, and of course Emma of My Creative Time always does wonderful release videos with all the information that you need, both in the sneak peeks on the day of the release too. So the release this time is a little bit different than other times in that the release is not going to go live until Saturday morning instead of going live on Friday. So it'll be live Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can use code July 2023 for 15% off your entire purchase from Saturday through Monday the 31st at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So it starts on Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the sale will go all the way until Monday at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And that code July 2023 gets you 15% off anything in the store that you purchase that's in stock. So if you have any questions about any of my projects or anything related to the release, just leave them down below and I will answer them as time permits. And I will be back with you again tomorrow for the third day of Sneaky Peeks, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in today. I can't wait to go out and see what everybody is making. Don't forget about the people that post to the blog at My Creative Time too. And of course, it's just so fun to see how people use the new products. And this design team just does such a fabulous job. I always see things that I want to try after watching everybody's posts. So thanks to everybody that inspires us, and to all of you that receive the products and then use them and in turn inspire all of us all over again. So we're thankful to Emma from My Creative Time for creating such wonderful craft products. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the third day of Sneaky Peeks. Everybody enjoy your day today, okay? Bye now.